So Alex is here and he has a question. So Alex, tell me, what is the question?
Okay, I'm going to go pretty straightforward. I know you're a really honest guy and you express yourself clearly. You have no regrets and so on. And you, as a head of Institute of Peace, you also tackle sensitive issues. You often go head on with people that are very serious about religion. And you often raise some issues, and sometimes you get a lot of negative commentaries, and people might even threaten you or send you a negative message. So how do you feel about that? How are you concerned about your safety? Or I mean, in most cases, actually, uh, you you react that you post a question to that person, and you practically disarm him by asking proper questions. Uh, so what's your answer to that?
So I have been doing this for 8 years on Facebook, at least. I ask questions, and then when somebody starts fighting, I normally just ask questions. And the reason I ask questions is because most people don't ask questions. And if you're not curious, for example, a few hundred years ago, everybody thought that Earth is static and the sun goes around, right? And everybody was happy with it. So if nobody asked that question, how would we know more about the planet?
Yes, of course, but those that did it were really
Yes,
really
so
brave,
so those who did it were crucified, right?
Yeah, that might or did cost them their lives.
Yes. So if by doing the right thing it might cost my life, it's fine. It's not a big deal. If it's but the person who wants to kill me should ask this. The challenge is that most people in the world don't practice the religion. They just will be willing to kill the religion, but they will not be willing to practice the religion. So, for example, according in Islam, lying is a bigger sin than prostitution. Now, prostitution is looked at as a very big sin, but lying is not. And in almost every bazaar you go to, you're lied to. So, and to me, not keeping time is also lying. And people who don't go to prayer at time is also lying. Like they're standing in the last line of the prayer, or somehow they make it, but they are pretending to be honest. So it doesn't really matter. We all have to die, right? If I die today, or I mean, I could be driving and I could fall in a ditch, or I could be sitting and I could be drinking something really bad and it would kill me. So how is it different than somebody coming and shooting me somewhere? The chances of me dying from obesity is more than chances, or of a heart attack is more than the chances of somebody coming and killing me with a gun. But the reason of me asking question is that people will find a platform where they can come and ask difficult questions. And I don't ask difficult questions, to be honest. I think you feel that it's difficult. For example, one of the common questions I ask is, can a Muslim marry a Jewish person?
Yeah, I see that revolving
That's,
a lot.
and that provokes people. And it provokes people because they think I am asking a question which should be asked from a mufti, which is an imam or a pope or somebody like a priest. But I'm not asking if it's right or wrong, but if I'm asking people's opinion. For example, is tea healthy for you? What do you think? Do you think tea is healthy for you? Now, there would be articles in encyclopedia about tea is healthy for you, and there would be another encyclopedia saying tea is not healthy for you. So it's my purpose of asking question on my wall is to get feedback, to see what people think, not what people actually, well, not what is right and wrong. There is no such thing as right and wrong. E is equal to mc square can be proved wrong tomorrow, right? If somebody has the guts to do it. But when he came up with it, it was not right thing to do, right? So It doesn't matter if people think of me as right or wrong. As long as I think I'm right, it's fine. And everybody else who's watching, as long as they think they're right, they should do it. But they should not. I shouldn't say they should not. Well, they shouldn't go and kill someone for what they believe in, unless they talk to them, unless they talk openly with them. One of the channels I like in the US is Court TV, because on Court TV, everything which is happening in court is broadcasted.
So it's actually a live broadcast of an actual judicial process.
Yeah. And I like that idea that things become transparent and open, and we live in a very transparent world. Most people don't realize it, but there are cameras on the street which are watching us. Eventually they will become online. Eventually we will have apps which will tell us where is our wife or where is our husband or where is what's going on. We live in a very transparent world, like living in a bottle very soon. And most people want to, I'm sort of preparing them for this life. And if they're lying, then they're exposed. If they're not lying, so a lot of people don't know what they believe in and why they believe in, because it's stories that they heard from when they were small, right? There are 2 billion Christians in the world. Most people in the world who are Christians were murdered by people who were Christians in hundreds of years ago, right? And why were they killed? Because of a very small thing between Protestants and Catholics. Very small thing. It's not like a big thing, but they had battles and wars. I was reading the other day that there were 5,000 people murdered in one day, and the Pope celebrated it, and there is a mural about it in Vatican City. And these were Christian people killed by Christian people. So it's the same thing happening for Muslim people right now. I think we are going through the same process which Christianity went through in the world, where it was time of ignorance. And ignorance means something I don't know. Ignorance, that's literally what ignorance means, is I don't know. And we are only seeing one side of the coin, and we don't have the guts or the balls or the time or the courage to ask what is on the other side of the coin. And my belief is that my nation or the country I come from or the whole planet will not grow if we don't ask questions, if we don't question what we know is true or not. If we don't do that, we will not grow as a human being, we will not grow as a humanity, we will not grow in our business. If we decide this is the best coffee in the world and that's it, we will not improve it. It won't change. The process will not change for a long time. So the whole idea of asking question and then asking more questions about that question is to intrigue them, to let them go and ask questions to other people who they think are right. They can come back and answer me, and then they can go back and ask more questions. And that's why I get more and people online. And now, because we have a religious sort of, you can call it extremism. I would not call it extremism. I would call it ignorance. So I started writing books in Urdu, in our language. And the reason I started actually transcribing my books was I had videos, but people were not watching enough. So I went into a madrasa, which is a religious institute, and I found that the people there did not had grasp on technology, neither on English. So I started my first book, which is What is Internet. So I gave out 25,000 copies so far of that book. It's a small booklet. It just explains what is Internet and what can you do with it. People love it. It's a very simple explanation of what Internet can do, what you can do with it. Then I have a book coming out. How can you spread religion through Facebook or through technology? Because as a devout Muslim, or as a devout Christian even, you want to spread the message of God to as many people as you can, so that they are saved, right? And if you are not going to use technology for it, then technology is there. We should take advantage of it. Why are Why are every mosque, there are thousands and millions of mosques in the world, and churches, why aren't they all broadcasting every week or every day from Facebook?
All what it takes is one mobile phone.
All what it takes is a $150 mobile phone and press a button and it goes online. What is stopping them from going public? So that's my work. I try to bring more and more people who are believing whatever they're believing, because I don't believe that anybody is bad. That's maybe I'm stupid, but that's what I believe. I believe people are like computers. They're programmed based on the information they have, and we can change them to an extent with more information, which they can digest, because not everybody can digest E is equal to mc square. And by giving bits and information, we can make a person's life better. I don't know if it answers your question, but that's what that's why I asked the question. And if you think that I disarm them, I basically stay polite. I don't get angry, and I just ask them more questions after questions, so that they can actually ask themselves, why do they believe what they believe? And it's a process I went through physically, and I help other people to do the same.
Okay.
Tanveer, we are not talking about Muslim or killing or anyone. Those people who you think, so Tanveer is writing, those killers are not Muslim. Tanveer, you might think that they are not Muslim, but they think that they are Muslim. So that's the difference. That the people who are, for example, ISIS or Taliban's or terrorists, they actually think, they believe that they're doing a good thing. They don't believe that they're doing a bad thing. So if they believe that they are doing a good thing, they will continue to do that. The way to disarm them is not by telling them you are wrong, because the moment you tell somebody you are wrong, it's like slapping them on the face, and they will not listen to you anymore.
Even a person that's wrong on so many levels is going to defend himself. And have a feeling of being victimized.
Correct. So you can never tell anyone in your life that you're wrong. First of all, if you want to teach them something, never say anybody in your life that they're wrong. If you really want to teach them something, ask them questions. Okay, you're right. Tell me more about this. And the moment you tell me more about this, they really don't know anything more. So they're disarmed. So the moment you tell an ISIS person or a terrorist person you are wrong, they are going to go and explode themselves. But the moment you will tell them you're right, you should tell me more so that I can do the same, and then they will not have the answer, because they really don't know what they're doing. They just do what everybody has been telling them to do. We are all sheeplings. We are all followers. If 100 people started looking at one place right now where you're sitting, everybody else will start looking at the same place, out of curiosity or out of
it's a peer
design.
Pressure.
Yeah, it's a pressure. It's a peer pressure. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of psychology and sociology which is controlling us today. And that's why I was reading this book yesterday, and it was saying that more people follow the religion of consumerism than they follow Islam or Christianity, because they actually follow consumerism. They don't follow Christianity or Islam. They just say they're Muslims or Christian, but they actually follow consumerism. They're crazy about it. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that does answer my question.
Okay. Alex was thinking my life might be in danger because I asked these difficult questions. I don't know if my life is in danger or not. My life is always on danger, because I am a human being and I am alive till I'm dead. My life will be in danger, but the people who do bad things are not bad people. They're just circumstances which are bad, and that's what we need to change. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
And I need your help. I need everybody who is watching to add Alex on his Facebook. Send him a message on after studying him, who he is, what he can do for you. Set up an appointment. Ali, for example, you should interview him. Tabat, you should interview him. You can come here also. Tabat is a construction company in Palestine. And he is in Cambodia as a student of business. You can work together. So there are people from around the globe now, watching us. And there is this gentleman is in UK. He was at the World Economic Forum, and he was just speaking at the seabed, and he designs drones.
Cool. That would be a nice guy to meet, because I'm into this stuff as well.
So the whole idea is that the world is transforming, and we can take advantage of this transformation, or we can say no, we will stop it from changing, which will not happen, because we're now living in a very different type of time. Tabat, thank you for joining. I have missed you. I haven't talked with you for a long time. I think I'm ready to come to Jordan soon, maybe June. And we can come and meet there, or even Palestine. I can come and meet you in Ramallah. I think visa will be not a problem anymore. Name books of religion to learn better. Name book of religion. Read the Bible, brother. Read the Quran. Read the First Testament. Read the Talmud. Read the Hadith. Those are the books to read the religion. The book on how to spread Islam or Christianity through religion is not ready yet. It's not publicly available, but there are videos I have made already on it. You can watch them on YouTube. We have to go now, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. See you soon later.
Bye.